Good afternoon. This is Sandro again. How you doing? How you guys all doing? I'm gonna put it right here, like that. Won't fall down. And I'm gonna read you a story that regards a certain shopping fair in Canada and Ottawa, in Nepean. It's called the Merivale Shopping Fair. And this is what happened there. A pleasant awkwardness confined by the rationality of gumption and chewing gum was the half light towards a skidded little girl's California knee that was enchantingly being enraptured in between a purple calico dress and a local team's athletics ballpark. The hoity-toity mismanagement of a sailor's Hollander was loitering away within a coffee shop, with hung-up hazes and hungry eyes in between the fruit-flavored beer and a raunchy, inconsequential disturbance in between inclination and intimidation of incredible puckersness that do not happen in years by the default of a strange man's club that P. DeFalco belonged uselessly to. Shadily perceiving the darkness in between the lantern's gaslight with Triptronics and a low maintenance cost regarding a bricklayer's lubricants lumberyard that was a carpenter's monogamic perception of a betrothal that was par excellence known as people's ointments, and only as Peter the Falco, what newfound tobacco essence in between the minted cameos of formal photosynthesis with a photolytic memory. Receding then into the near-ended cataclysm of a little red carbonic caboose that had stopped at Rochester for a blooming reattachment of American love. Peter the Falco was an Italian immigrant who was chubby, intelligent, self-worthy, but very odd, because he often saw God's mystery in sunflowers revolving twist of his and our promised literary fortune. The culturally inept being that of a lover of both cultures. There is impending Italian-Canadian rehearsal that was as snug as the pillows and embroidered silky blonde cotton and pubic hair that acted as a supple breast of Nordic issuances of an eclipsed heart that loved the two impossible summits as a mountaineer's steady cliff-hanging desperate love of both these Italian worlds. Peter the Falco said to himself while strolling upon the street, who the hell does God think he is? And suddenly then a thunderstorm broke in between a weeping willow and a non-vomited wine stains spat upon his friend's Nazareth shirt. All of a sudden, the charming Canadian obligation came to mind by a Côte de Neige pessimistic view. Oh, the curse of the wanting beauty, and the sacred kinship with suburban magic, and the childhood's end in between virginal loss and intoxicated grandeur. Yep, the inevitability of it all, he can only let go of himself in thousands of natural but bad luck between he knew bad luck, because he knew that STP really stood for super tits power when he saw a couple of hot French Canadian girls flashing their asses to when he so stupidly remarked to a Canadian Presbyterian, Pete, see how white their bums were? And the Presbyterian kid's response was, why are you crying, Peter? Maybe because they're heavy metal and we listen to Neil Diamond. Jonathan Livingston, seagull, dead, was the correct reply. Then a certain Richard Smith demonically said, Jesus died for the sins of others, not mine. Then Mike the Presbyterian said, you have no real sins, brother. You're sinners out of not wanting to get drunk and stoned, for you are as impotent as God's shame upon a priest's PBX robe, and you can't fuck because you were waiting for some deflowered sin that shall suck only upon yours and your own groin area, with the matrimonial legislation of unilateral wife beatings and patience in order to forgive the abused matrimonial legislation of unilateral wife beatings and sort of divine punishment even upon the women and all of us martial attendants of Mary Magdalene's enslavement towards lust, even with love. Oh, of the Mr. Christ in you, a jackass, and said Richard Smith. Peter then said, I am enslaved by the benign figures in all of us, with either you like fornicating or not degree, because Muhammad ain't no saint, but a simple, ain't no slut, but a simple collaborating and intaker of negative, unrealistic influence, when he's trying to love her as much as possible before she passed away in the contemplating continuity of the realities of eternal grace. The eternal sheep being open-minded or not, they taught us, and now must teach them with patience, with patience and permission of owning our healthy ways, being either aggravatingly reminded or calmly as such, in order to stay clear of the mutual beast within. From the cradle to the grave, Bob Dylan said, towards universal aspects and similitudes of family values that are hard to deal with when compared towards the famed and less violence and anger and vehement of it all. With the common Christian goal of resurrected, subjective and objective completion, perforating our adverbs and pronouns as normal and graceful properties of correct, okay. Suggestion completes perforating our adverbs and pronouns as normal and graceful properties of correct linguistic appraisal, thanks to the spell check and a cheap Webster's and not dutifully inclined Oxford's dictionary. Dedicated to Meadowlands Middle School before Elgin or will be held or Bruce in Ottawa and the whole world for that matter. And this needs to be stay here, I think.
I first met these next four fellows when they appeared in my TV series, and I've been among their fans ever since. Now they're at the very top in the popular music world. Ladies and gentlemen, the Standells.
You know why? Because I'm going to God bless everybody. See you later, man.